It may still feel to some like it just happened, but it's been 4 weeks since the Parliament Hill shooting. And while a flurry of information about the shooter came out in the days right after, tonight we have some new information about Michael Sahaf-Bibeau and about exactly what happened inside the walls of the center block when he stormed in with a rifle and opened fire. Senior correspondent Terry Malefsky has the details.
It is most unusual in the rain-soaked logging town of Squamish on the BC coast to see this. It's Michael Sahaf-Bibeau in Arab robes and a keffiyeh, pictured in Squamish by a friend who wants to remain anonymous but worked here with Sahaf-Bibeau on a tunneling project. The co-worker says that over about 2 years, Sahaf-Bibeau became increasingly radicalized, that by 2011 he wore Arab dress every day, that he showed videos of Taliban bombings on his cell phone saying they were justified, that he joked about being a suicide bomber, put down his tools to pray 5 times a day, and wanted to go and live in Libya, his father's homeland. That pattern continued when Sahaf-Bibeau moved to Burnaby and became known at this mosque for objecting to non-Muslims being allowed in.
He didn't like the fact that the mosque was so open and welcoming.
But Sahaf-Bibeau had 2 other problems. One was drugs, mostly crack cocaine. In the days before the shooting here at a homeless shelter in Ottawa, that was obvious.
Before the shooting, he was not talking to nobody. He was always collapsed, exhausted, because I knew that now he's back to the drug.
Sahaf-Bibeau's other problem was that he was unable to get a Libyan passport so he could go and live there.
What he wanted was his passport, and he got mad because they wouldn't give him his passport.
But with his frustrations building, Sahaf-Bibeau did manage to get a gun, a Winchester 30-30 lever-action hunting rifle. It's still not clear where he got it.
The source of that gun is of tremendous interest to us. He was prohibited criminally from possessing firearms, and we will determine where that gun came from.
The 30-30 is not made for rapid fire. At most, you can load 8 bullets, and it's not quick and easy. Plus, for every shot, you have to crank the lever to chamber the next round. And that was the powerful sound soon heard at the National War Memorial. Sahaf-Bibeau fired the 2 shots that killed Corporal Nathan Cirillo, then missed with his 3rd shot and took off. At that point, experts see a major security problem. With up to 5 rounds still in his rifle, Sahaf-Bibeau was able to run onto Parliament Hill unchallenged.
A uniformed presence here, where I'm not talking metal detectors and scanners, I'm talking just an overt presence, would have dealt with this situation hundreds of meters away from the House of Commons.
Steve Day, former commander of Canada's Special Forces, says a close look at the video shows that despite the absence of an officer at the entrance to Parliament Hill, the officers inside the building did a good job. Security guard Samuel Son tried to grab the rifle and was hit by shrapnel. Then a volley of gunfire at the entrance.
It would appear to be 10 to 12 of those are, again, small caliber like a pistol, and certainly I hear at least 2 rifle shots, if not 3.
If so, that means the gunman has already fired 6 or 7 shots, so he has only 1 or 2 left.
He's probably behind some of those granite and marble pillars. He might be reaching out around there, engaging once, twice, and then coming back in behind that pillar.
And it seems he did get off 2 more shots.
I think the assailant fired those rounds, Terry.
Why do you say that?
I say that because it just sounds like it's a higher caliber rifle round.
If so, the gunman has now fired his maximum of 8 shots. That's 3 shots at the War Memorial before running and driving to the center block. Then there's 1 shot at the doorway, followed by 2 or 3 more. Then another 2 shots in the Hall of Honor. So he's out of bullets. But he's run down the hall and taken cover and has time to reload while the officers approach. They don't have a clear shot.
Well, each of these officers here are carrying a pistol, as you can tell, and really that lethal range from a pistol is 25 to 50 meters at best, and to take a 50-meter pistol shot is an incredibly difficult shot to take.
But if the gunman did reload, he fired only 1 final shot, just before the pop-pop of the pistol, which cut him down.
I didn't know if they were inside or outside.
But still, confusion reigned. No one knew how many shooters there were or where to run. Security guards were in the dark. They and the RCMP and the Ottawa Police all on different frequencies. For Steve Day, the system is way too fragmented.
So it's not necessarily the individual officers as the problem, it's actually a systemic issue about how do we bring together those different security forces actors so that we've got a coherent approach.
That, of course, is what's being looked at now, how to knit the forces together and how to ensure early warning so that if someone does run through here with a gun, then the doors get locked. But as for Michael Zahaf-Bibeau, it seems there were some early warnings, and still nobody saw this coming. Tony Malewski, CBC News, Ottawa.